Happy New Year. It's live from the Las Vegas Strip studio in gorgeous Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Bettor Center Live. I'm your host, Brad Stein. You can watch us daily, Monday through Sunday, usually during the week, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. On the weekend, we do it 8 a.m. PST. That's Saturday and Sunday. Sometimes Saturday's hosted by Louie Diamond. Sometimes Sunday is also, but sometimes I'm here, and I'm here right now with three pro handicappers from all over the country here to give us a little insight, some information, of course, make us some moolah. We're going to introduce those three guys in just a second. I just want to tell you what's coming up. I'm going to tease the show. It's all about week number 17 of the National Football League. And that's it. It's week 17, more week 17, and even more week 17. And those few garbage games will be excluded out of our list. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to introduce those first three guys. The first guy comes all the way from Wisconsin. He is lactose tolerant, not intolerant. The guy's a big Packers fan, loves the Milwaukee Brewers, and anything that says Packers and all that cheese crap. Let's introduce him. Chumly, welcome to the show. How are you, sir?
Great, Brad. Good morning. Looking forward to another big Sunday. I won't talk too much about yesterday as we won, but wasn't pretty. But on the last three Sundays on the show, I'm right around 70% winners, and I think I've got a few more for you guys today. So I'm looking forward to crushing the card again. Good luck today, everyone. Let's go.
The next guy, he comes from North Carolina, but he lives in Gilbert, Arizona now. He's still hurting over the Tar Heels. Tough loss last night to Texas A&M, but the Tar Heels played very good football, but I know it was a tough win. You were a Lawrence Taylor away from winning that game. That's all you needed was a stinking pass rush. Mr. Tony Gulledge, welcome to the show.
Courtesy of Crisco and a shoehorn, I was able to slide the Bookie Buster home last night. It was actually a total, the over 65.5 in the game last night. Two rushing touchdowns in the final 4 minutes from Texas A&M got the total to 68. Cashed that Bookie Buster. We're now at 19-8, 70.4% since the inception of putting my plays on the Bettor Center site. And we have one for the NFL today. Just looking forward. It's been a great couple months. Last couple weeks have really been hot, and looking to make 2021 just a great year. And so far, so good. Looking to add some more today. Thanks, Brad.
19-8, not too bad at all. Thank you for watching Bettor Center live on bettorcenter.com. Also YouTube at Louie Diamond and Facebook. The last guy really doesn't need an introduction, but he's going to get one. He comes from Buffalo. He now resides here in Las Vegas, Nevada. He's the executive producer, and he's also phoneless. It got jacked by an old lady. Let's welcome Louie Bag of Diamonds. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, Brad. Pleasure to be here again today. And it was a fantastic little miracle yesterday, as Mr. Gulledge made a point to, with A&M getting a couple of nice rushing touchdowns for my bowl game of the year to go over the number. We aligned on it, guys, and hopefully we're going to align on something here today, because I'm holding back some tickets because I'm waiting to see what we do. And if we align on something, which I don't know if we did or didn't, but I know that I got something extra play here today. So stay tuned.
And we're going to start off with game number 1 here of week number 17 of the National Football League. Chumly, Tony, and Mr. Louie Bag of D's. We ready to go? Yeah. All right, here we go. First game. Big implications. It's the NFC East. We're not talking about a joke here. We're talking about the division. The Redskins at the Eagles. It is currently -5 Washington with a 43 over-under. We will start with Tony G. Your thoughts?
My thoughts is this is a pretty bad game. I know it'll have implications that the Dallas and the Giants play. And if somehow the Eagles beat the Redskins, the winner of that game. So basically you got the Dallas and the Giants playing an elimination game early in the afternoon, and they'll have to watch the Sunday night game as the football team takes on the Eagles. Good Lord, man, I didn't bet this game. My gut says to just take the team that people aren't expecting to win here. It's NFC East. Nothing you expect to happen ever happens. So with that said, if I had to lean one way, it would be the Eagles here, Brad.
Okay, Chumley, you're up. NFC East. Are the Redskins going to do it with that ferocious pass rush against an Eagle offensive line that's pretty depleted? Now they're missing their left tackle, who was playing some pretty good football, and I believe they're missing a couple wide receivers. I believe Alshon Jeffrey's also out.
Yeah, in this NFC East battle, this one's tough for me to call. Also, I kind of agree with Tony. This is Alex Smith coming back. Must win. 5 points is still a lot to lay, I think, in this game. If I had to go one way or the other, it would probably lean on the Eagles to keep it within 3, but I can't say either way. So this is a no play for me.
Let's shed some diamonds. Lewis, do you have anything for us?
Well, I bought all you gentlemen for the holidays a little bonus of the Washington team we got them at 80-1 to win the Super Bowl. And I bought it before last week's embarrassment with Carolina. Now they're 125-1 to win the Super Bowl. So that being said, we have this Washington ticket for the Super Bowl, which is going to pay $16,000 if they win. But that wasn't the play. The play was to hedge and grab the free money. So today, I will be taking those Eagles right now, plus the 5, because I'll be shooting for a middle. Should the Eagles get the win, get the cover, I cash my Redskin ticket. My Redskin ticket's still alive, and I cash the Eagle ticket, and I got a free roll. So that's my plan for today. And I would say if you have a chance right now, you can do the same thing, because they're up to 125-1. So you buy one ticket at 125-1 for $100, and then you go back $200 or $300 right now at the Eagles plus the 5. The game lands in the middle. You made a little bit of money, and you got a free Super Bowl ticket that you can hedge throughout the playoffs. How's that sound?
Sounds lovely. How does this sound? We move to our game number 2, gentlemen, and that is going to be the Packers and Bears. We know Green Bay's going for the number 1 overall seed. Aaron Rodgers would love to sit there in frigid Wisconsin in Green Bay, minus 10 degrees. How does that sound? A little snow, not much people in the crowd, but at least it's something. They're going against the Bears, and the Bears have a lot to fight for here. This is currently a minus 4.5 Packers. It opened at minus 5, so not much change there. And the over-under is 48.5, but we are in Chicago. Chumley, this is your game. This is your team. This is your franchise. If they lose to the Chicago Bears, not only did they lose to a playoff or a division foe, but they might have blown the number 1 seed. Please.
Yeah, this is going to be my play of the day here. I'm going to actually fade my Packers. Bakhtiari, the best left tackle in all football, is out. They're shuffling the line a little bit. They're going in. The Bears have been playing hungry the last month. They're going to be ready for this game. They're going to feed Montgomery the rock. And I truly believe the Bears, I might play a little on the money line too, but I really think they're going to keep this within 3 today, even though, the Packers, they got a lot of pressure. Bears are playing great. Packers are actually playing great too, but I like the home team today. This is going to be my best play of the day today. Take the Bears plus the 4.5.
Bakhtiari the best left tackle, or is he the most expensive left tackle? Maybe we'll find out, because Aaron Rodgers has been pretty clean, not getting hit. Nobody's really talked about that offensive line. Maybe the best pass blocking in the National Football League, barely gets touched. But the Chicago Bears, Tony G, they're hot. They're playing good. Mitchell Trubisky, finally, they adapted the offense to his strengths. What do you think?
I think the Bears have been a product of their schedule coming down the stretch. They lost 6 in a row. They've won their past few games, but against weaker opponents. The problem for the Bears is the Packers have something to play for. That's the first problem for the Bears today. Only one team gets the bye, so there is incentive to actually play to get that week off. Rodgers, probably the best year of his career, quite possibly. I think he's in line to get the MVP, 45 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. Mentioned he hasn't been hit a lot. There's still problems with this Green Bay team. They definitely have issues. The third thing I like about Green Bay today is Aaron Rodgers just bitch slapped Chicago his whole career. This has been one of the teams he just goes and no matter what the situation is, the Packers always seem to beat the Bears. I wouldn't even really consider it a rivalry the last decade. It's been total domination since Rodgers has really been in control. I know why people like the Bears because they've scored 30 points or more in several consecutive games. Trubisky has it going, running game, blah, blah, blah. I get it. But today, playoff on the line, have to win, pressure's on them. They'll choke. Rodgers will beat them like he always does. Take the Packers here today.
I think the most pressure in this game is on Matt Nagy, the head coach of the Chicago Bears. We'll bring this over to Louie Diamond. Bears hosting the Green Bay Packers.
Normally, I'd love to grab a home dog that needs the win to get in the playoffs in the divisional game. And lately, I'd love to back anything Chumley's doing. But I don't, not here today. I don't think so. I believe they have a couple cornerbacks out, and Devontae Adams could have quite a big game. And I just I would probably rather at the beginning I was liking the Bears on the teaser, getting all them points, but it could be a long day for these Bears. They're a disappointment team, and they set their fans up for a disappointment here today, I believe. So sorry, Chum, but I just can't agree with you here on this one.
That's all right.
That's okay. All right, guys, we're going to move to the next game, and you want to talk about a team that's let their fans down, that lets the people. It's America's team. It's the Dallas Cowboys traveling to Jersey to take on the New York Football Giants. Again, we talked about the NFC East being on the line here. The Cowboys opened up +3. It is now -1.5, and the over-under also moved from 47 to 44. A lot of movement here. Louie Diamond, take it away. Tell us why and who you like.
I would geez, here's another tough game. It's just, the Cow. Well, I got some good stats that will tell you that you need to be playing the Giants in this scenario. Actually, didn't have that one perfectly ready for me. So, but I'm going to come back to me in a second. I got some numbers that'll give you the reason to play the Giants here. I really don't have a personal opinion on this one, but I do see some numbers that you need to that you do need to know. And come on back to me here in a second.
All right, Tony G.
Okay, this division is so ridiculous. Perfect scenario. Dallas always seems to screw their fans. So Dallas wins this game, okay, and then they have to sit and watch. And then, of course, the Redskins, the football team, will win by 2 on a last-second field goal. That would be the Dallas Cowboys misery scenario. And I'm going to back it. I just think Dallas somehow finds a way to win this game. It's going to be – man, this is just not a great game to handicap, and I think the line's about right. I think Dallas is playing a little bit better. Daniel Jones is nicked up. It'd be nice to see him playing. I would have more confidence in the Giants if he was 100%, but he hasn't been 100%. Hamstring, ankle issues, and he's still battling on. I get it, but it's just not the same. And I think I said Dallas defense is actually coming on pretty good toward the end here. I just think Dallas will get the job done, and then watch the football team somehow greased by the Eagles late, and they'll miss the playoffs. So that's my prediction.
Uh-oh. Did I say the Redskins? I hope I didn't. I hope I said Washington or the football team. I apologize.
We're not politically correct here. We are not politically correct here.
Okay, we're not politically correct, and that's why we have Chumley on the show. All right, Mr. Wisconsin, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, this one's another really tough game. I used to watch Mike McCarthy in this situation for the last 4 or 5 years when he was with the Packers, and this is usually a spot where he's going to find a way to lose the game. He mismanaged the clock a lot in Green Bay. I'm going to disagree with Tony a little bit. It's not going to be a big play or anything, but I'd probably put a small play on the Giants to win this game today personally.
Thank you. And one note over there, Tony G. It's not like the Giants ever moved the football when Danny Jones was 100% anyway, so it really doesn't matter. It should be a fun game, though. We're going to move to the next one, and that will be the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. We're talking AFC North. So we went from the NFC East to the AFC North, and we know the Steelers are trying to go for the number 2 seed, and the Browns just want to get into those playoffs and prove a lot of people wrong. Baker Mayfield coming off a poor game. This game opened up -4.5 Cleveland. It is currently at -10. 41 over under is now 44. We'll start with you, Louie Diamond, because I know you can always make sense of this. Make at least some diamonds, some pearls, something.
There's definitely some sense into why this line moved. I believe Roethlisberger will not be playing. Pittsburgh has pretty much made a statement they're content with the number 3 spot. And the Browns are not content because they need to get into the playoffs. So this is the game of the day that smells, because Pittsburgh really doesn't want to face Cleveland at any point in the playoffs. So they really kind of do need to win, but they're going to have to do it with the second team. So, and I believe that Cleveland, all that pressure, I'm not backing them whatsoever. I will probably grab the 17 on a teaser with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And one quick note on that, the Cowboys and Giants game, those stats. Dallas 6-12 against the number versus the Giants as a road favorite. And the Giants are 6-0 in a season finale versus a division opponent off a double-digit win. So a couple numbers there that really kind of tell you the Giants are the play there. That's from our friend Alan DeRosiers. That's on his Facebook. If you go see his, you'll get a lot of trends. He's got some good stuff out there. And back to the back to you, Brad.
Thank you. Back to Brad. Gulledge, does this game smell?
Tell you what, there is a little interesting thing with this 10-point line. Normally, you would look at this playoff scenario where the Browns have to win, the Steelers not starting their quarterback. I'm viewing this the opposite way. I'm going to take the 10 points. I'm going to play the Steelers. I don't trust the Browns. I don't trust Baker Mayfield. They probably will find a way to grease this game out, I'm guessing. But them covering a spread when you expect them to play well will always get you burned. You'll have singe marks on you if you back Baker Mayfield in this kind of situation. And even as a 10-point favorite in a must-win game against a team basically laying down for you. But that's the thing. I think the Steelers' defense will at least give them cursory pressure, make it difficult as they can. I'm not sure what Mason Rudolph will be able to do, but perhaps he can just hang on to the ball and not give the game away. I'm taking the 10 points. I don't trust the Browns, to be honest. This is a fade on Cleveland, basically. If anything, This is a fade on the Browns more than an endorsement of the Steelers.
Chumly, I have $20 and I'm itching to bet on this game. What should I do?
Well, I agree 100% with both of them. I mean, if you want to talk about a team that's disappointed fans forever, I mean, you look right at the top of the list and you're going to find the Browns up there. Baker's got a lot of pressure today, and Pittsburgh's still going to come home and play defense regardless of how much they score. They'll score some, but there's no way in the world as a handicapper you'd ever want to lay the 10 points with the Browns in this spot. It's not smart. I am definitely going to take the Steelers as a mid-level play plus the 10 points today.
Thank you for watching Bettor Center Live on bettorcenter.com, YouTube at Louie Diamond, also Facebook. Don't worry, we're not done. We have more games, and we still have 3 professional sports handicappers right here to make us a little money, give us some knowledge because we need that. All right, big game. Here we go. The Atlanta Falcons at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This game is -7 Tampa Bay. And over under at 50.5. Tony G. Big game for the Buccaneers. Yep. Because if they win, you know what happens, right? They play an NFC East team, whether it's Washington or Dallas or whoever wins the East. They need to win this game because they want to play one of these teams. Am I correct?
That does make sense, and I do believe that is the scenario as it currently sits. They're playing to secure a game against the NFC East champ. touchdown. Atlanta playing better toward the end of the season, right? It's tricky divisional game. I'm actually going to take Atlanta in the touchdown here. I think Tampa Bay will grease this out, but it's going to be close. Expect Atlanta to at least come out firing is what I would look for. Early is going to be Atlanta, and then Tom Brady, they'll do their dramatic third and fourth quarter. They've done it a few times this year. I think you're going to see something similar to that again. I would be very cautious thinking that Tampa can just dump Atlanta hard here. I think Atlanta knows what's at stake for Tampa Bay, and as a divisional opponent, you really don't have a lot of mercy for these guys, and don't expect Atlanta just to lay down for Tampa. I'm taking Atlanta in the touchdown.
Lewis, I have one for you. The last 5 meetings between these two teams have all gone to the over. All gone over. What do you think about that?
Well, I think Tampa brings a lot to the table when it comes to the over, but unfortunately, Atlanta doesn't. But I think that's probably the way to go in the game. But I really got to believe that the dog is the way to go. A lot of pressure on Tampa Bay. They do not cover as the home favorite. And then we got, we got them points. So I'm going to like the points here. Probably some over, but I'm going to like the points on the teaser with Atlanta making Tampa a little bit nervous. But Mike Evans is going for an NFL record, but he only needs to get 40 receiving yards. So if he needed to get a little bit more, I'd look for a lot more keying on him. But they're going to key on him anyways. He'll probably get that. He'll probably get the record. But that might be all they get today. I'm not too sure. I think Atlanta could be a spoiler here today.
Julio Jones is out. Chumly, that would mean it is your turn of this NFC South battle.
Yeah, I'm going to back the over in this one. This is going to be one of my better totals of the day. I see Tampa Bay winging the ball over the field today, and I still think even with Jones out, Atlanta's going to put up some points today too. This could be one of the more entertaining games. I wouldn't be able to take Tampa. It could come down to the end, but look for a 34-31 final. Play the over today in this game, guys.
Thank you, guys. Okay, we'll move to the next game. And that would be, let's go to the Dolphins at the Bills. Here we go. We're talking, this game opened up, Miami Dolphins plus 5.5. It is now minus 1.5. Buffalo and the over-under would be now 42, sitting over here. Tony Gulledge, the battle of the AFC East. Dolphins trying to get in the playoffs, been a while. Does this game mean a lot to the Bills, a number 2 seed, or do you rest your players? What do you do if you're Buffalo? That's why this line is moving. I know, same thing with the Pittsburgh game with Roethlisberger sitting out. So, Tony G, go ahead.
Yeah, this is definitely an intriguing scenario. I mean, Miami really needs to win. I think they can probably get in without winning, but, man, there's a lot going on in the AFC. The playoff scenario is kind of complicated to explain. Best thing Miami can do is try to win, but I know Fitzpatrick won't be available if needed. Tua against Buffalo, and the key is what you're saying. What is the motivation here for Buffalo? And I'm looking to even see, and I ended up not even playing this game because I just couldn't put a thumb on what I expected out of Buffalo here. My gut is telling me that Miami's going to give them a game and probably lean to Miami. But just based on the Buffalo question marks on how well they want to play, I just decided to leave this game alone. Perhaps one of these other two gentlemen have a little more clarity on this situation.
I don't blame you, Tony G, but I'll tell you what, I think Buffalo's going to come out to win, and they're going to play hard and probably win this game. Chumly, what are your thoughts?
I'm going to kind of agree with you there, Brad. This is a game though where Miami has probably made me the most money of any NFL team this year, and then I've parlayed that with the under in a lot of games and won that. But I don't like that. Most of these games in Buffalo between the two go over. Tua's got some pressure on him today. I think he's going to play the whole game. I think Fitzpatrick's been ruled out. If I'm wrong on that, I apologize. But yes, Buffalo's the more well-rounded team, and if they're 100% motivated, which I actually think they are to win today, I'll back Buffalo today. That'll be a mid-level play. Take Buffalo at home.
Yes, Tua Tagovailoa will be the starter for the Miami Dolphins, and that brings us to our third professional sports handicapper right here on Bettor Center Live. That would be Louie Diamond.
All right. Well, Buffalo's kind of my nemesis, but at the same time, they got to be the play here today. They are playing for. They're not resting starters, so they are playing, and you kind of have to play this game because you do. Once again, another scenario. You don't want to face your division rival in the playoffs if you have a chance to knock them out now. You're in the playoffs. Today is a playoff game, and I think that will show up here today. I think Buffalo's got to be a great steal. Tua, I don't think he's ever played in a game at 36 degrees and rain. So that has to be a concern as well. And as much as I hate to back my Bills, I think this is a spot to back the Bills. And I agree that this is probably a spot to back the over as well. So, and definitely Bills on the teaser. But I like the Bills straight up.
Here's a betting nugget for you. You guys, you see, this is all contagious. Even I'm getting into this. The Miami Dolphins are 15-5 against the spread in the last 20 games as an underdog, including 4 straight covers. Will that mean anything? We'll find out. But the Buffalo Bills, yes, would love to knock out the Miami Dolphins because you don't want a division foe hanging around in the playoffs, potentially knocking you out. Not a good thing. And that will bring us to the next game.
Technically, the Dolphins are now a 1.5-point favorite.
Ooh.
Big
Yeah,
move.
I got that. Yeah, I got that. -1.5, right. It started at +5.5. It is now -1.5.
Right.
I guess people are thinking that Buffalo's just going to throw the game. They don't care.
And how about that Eagles? As during this show, the Eagles, the Redskins up to 6.5 now. It's going to be a nice little middle shot for me.
Should be.
It's a nice deal for anybody. Go buy it now, guys. You got the Redskins at 125-1, and then you got the Eagles at +5.5 or 6.5 right now. You get a +7. That's a sweet ass middle, guys. I'm not passing it up.
Not bad. All right, we have the Seattle Seahawks at the San Francisco 49ers. Seahawks going for that #1 seed. We know they have to win. The Packers have to lose. But if the Packers lose, that means the Chicago Bears have to win. That's a tough one right there. This is week 17. There's a lot of pressure. I don't know about that. Is Mitchell Trubisky, Matt Nagy ready to take that? We'll find out. But here we go. Seahawks at 49ers started at -6.5. It is currently at -7.5 with an over-under of 46. Tony Gulledge, thoughts?
Quickly, just not going to take too much time here. I ended up not playing this game. I think this divisional rivalry. Seattle is too prone to play it too close to the vest. I know they want to win. I know there's incentive. It's just got a bad smell. I'm going to actually leave this game alone. I would suggest just being careful with a Seattle play here in this one. It looks too easy, and I'm just going to pass on this one.
All right, Chumly, do you agree or disagree? That is the question.
Well, if you look at the 49ers and how many players are sitting today, I don't see any way they're going to stick around in this game today. I'm definitely going to doesn't have to be a bigger play, but I'll definitely take the 7.5 and lay it with Seattle today. They got a lot to play for, and with everyone that's not playing for the 49ers today, I just don't see how they stay in this game. I'd make a play on Seattle today.
All right, Louie Diamond the first. Play or no play?
Yeah, I think it's got to be a play. I think they got to thump them. It was one thing in the beginning of the season when they were injured, the 49ers, and they still had a lot to play for. I don't think they're going to have the heart. I think Seattle has to really bring the A++ game here today. I think they bring it, and I definitely will be teasing it. I don't be a little bit leery about laying over the touchdown, but they're probably going to blow them out, probably, but careful.
All right, gentlemen, we move to our last game. Of course, we picked and choose which games we wanted to talk about because there's some crap games. My dad would say S-bomb games, but we're going to be politically correct and Nice language here. So little crap games here. But this one isn't. It's the Arizona Cardinals at the LA Rams. Do the Rams want this game? Of course they want this game. Here we go. This game originated plus 3.5 Arizona. It is now -1. Ooh, people jumping off the Rams bandwagon. Yes. Jared Goff is injured with his finger. Are they going to be able to move the ball without him? We'll find out. Over under 42, which is now sitting there at 41.5. This is an interesting play. Am I right, Tony G? You have to go one way or the other.
Yeah, I do like this game. I'm taking Arizona in this game. I like the spot for them. I like them going against this kid with no experience whatsoever in a very high pressure, high leverage situation. Look for players, linebackers like Buda Baker for Arizona Cardinals to actually have a good day. Look for the front to get to this kid. I think Arizona is probably one of my bets. It's not my bookie buster. It's a different game we're not going to discuss on the show, but this is up there in my higher grouping today. I love Arizona. I think Murray is going to take advantage of the situation. That's the thing about these Cardinals. They know they can get in with a win now, so the goal is there in front of them, and they have a way of taking advantage against weaker opponents or opponents in situations where they're not at their best, and that's the Rams here. I expect Arizona to take advantage of it, and I expect Arizona to get the win and make the playoffs.
Both teams want to get in the playoffs, Chumly. I know the Rams are missing their quarterback, but they still have a good defense. Is Arizona going to take advantage of no quarterback?
Yeah, I agree with Tony. I think this is a really good spot for Arizona as well. They'll find a way to get the job done here. And a lot of pressure on the Rams quarterback, and Arizona will come out firing. It's not going to be a real big play, but I definitely think Arizona gets the job done and gets the cover today, guys.
That brings us to our last handicapper, the executive producer, Lou. What do you have for us?
I don't know. I think it smells. Listen, I'm Kyler Murray's biggest fan. I think it smells. So why are they only a pick 'em if they're a playoff team against a team that has a quarterback that hasn't even started a game? I think it smells. So I will be staying away from this play here today.
That brings us to the most interesting play of the day as we close this show out. Week 17 of the National Football League. Most interesting play of the day, Tony Gulledge, is who?
Let's just go with a game we didn't discuss, New Orleans. I'm going to back them as my most interesting play. See if they can just hammer down and secure their spot against a divisional opponent that has no incentive whatsoever to win. All their key players, McCaffrey hasn't played in weeks, but they're just basically going through the motions here. In fact, I think the Panthers would hurt themselves by winning this game, the number of draft spots they would move down with their number one pick. So if anything, they should probably just go ahead and spit the bit, lose. Saints, I think this is 6 points. I mean, they're trying to make it difficult, but I think the Saints is the play, and that's going to be my most interesting play. Just to let everybody know, I do have a bookie buster up if you guys want to check it out at the website. Expecting another big winner for that. So go pick it up and see what these guys. I'm interested to hear what the most interesting play is from Mr. Louie and Chumly.
You heard him, Chumly. Who's your most interesting play and why?
Well, you guys are probably going to make fun of this, but my most interesting play today is going to be the Jets on the money line today. From everything I've hearing out there, that New England's ready for this season to be done. Cam Newton has played worse than anybody's ever played. The Jets can't really move anywhere in their draft position. They want to win this game way more. So, yeah, this is not probably going to be a popular play, but I'm going to play it. Play the Jets money line today.
Good for you. Have fun with that one, Chumly, and thank you. All right, Louie Diamond the first.
I want to jump on Chumley's bandwagon there. That's a hell of a play there. He's right. The Jets, I didn't even think about it because I didn't want to look at the game. The game really means nothing, but you want to know something? Probably means a lot to them Jets today. A lot. I like your money line action there. Not bad. You know what I don't like is Tony's most interesting play. I like the Panthers here today. Matt Rule. Now, it'd be great if, it was going the way Tony thought it would go. But Matt Rule came right out and said he saw the Sixers play that game where they were playing for the draft. He goes, they never won a championship. And he said, they are playing to build on this franchise. So I believe the guys that want to stick around with Mr. Rule and the guys that want to keep their job are bringing the game today. So I like the Panthers here, getting the 5.5 points, maybe 6, and potentially a little money line.
That brings us to the saddest part of the show. It's the end. We want to thank you, Louie Diamond. I have a phone here if you want to borrow. Tony Gulledge, thank you. Mr. Chumly, all the way there from Wisconsin. And a very special thank you to our MVP, the most valuable player, Eugene Stewart from Spotlight Film Production. So you talk about Aaron Rodgers or Josh Allen going for the MVP. We even thought about Patrick Mahomes. No. Our MVP, that's right. It is Eugene Stewart. All the men want to be him. All the girls love him. Have a wonderful day. Of course, remember, bettorcenter.com, YouTube, at Louie Diamond, Facebook. That's how you get a hold of us. We do this 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time during the week, 7 a.m. or make that 8 a.m. on Saturdays, 8 a.m. on Sundays. I'm Brad Stein. You have a wonderful day. Happy New Year. Week 17 of the National Football League is coming up in just a little bit. See you.